Today's healing message begins with let what's little lead. Little things matter. When you do the small things, you can expand into a sense of safety and purpose and tackle what otherwise would be daunting. Ask, what can I do now? Because something small is something strong. And get back in touch with your beautiful self. Practice checking in with your sacred and precious self. Ask yourself, how am I? What do I need? What can I do for myself? Give yourself the gift of a life made calm through these caring, mindful moments. And from the Moonology Oracle deck, we have the answers you need are coming. And you can see in the picture, there's a woman on one side with her eyes closed, and then as she turns her head and changes the direction of her focus, she's able to see clearly. And so this is inviting you to look at things from a different perspective, and that is where you might find the answers you're seeking. And together we rise. We were never meant to live in fear of the fall of man. We are to rise together as we heal and reclaim our power. And I love that these cards are inviting you to come back to yourself. And you may feel like when we look at life and the problems that we need to overcome and change and all these things that we need to do, we may feel very little compared to how big these problems can feel and be. But if you get back in touch with your true, beautiful self, you're going to not only just be able to take care of yourself, but you're also going to discover that what seems little in you is actually really strong and really powerful, and that there's a leader inside of you just waiting to be found. And that may be the answer that you're looking for. Like, so many times we look outside of ourselves, who's going to save us, who's going to be the hero of the story, but the hero of the story is actually you. And when we all discover that we are the hero of our own story, together we rise and together we change the entire planet. And now for the tarot, we have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. And these are simply saying that if you follow your heart and your intuition and be confident in who you are and know your own power and don't let others sway the truth of who you are, don't let the ideas and opinions of others put shade over the light that you are, things are going to begin to fall in place in a really rapid way and in ways that you may not have even expected. When we begin the path of a leader, some who may not like the leading that we lead, they can try to make us feel like we are wrong and try to hurt our self-esteem. But if you remember who you are and don't let that happen to you and stay true to who you are and to what your heart leads and guides you to do, that's when things are going to change. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and unsure about how to move forward in our lives and not sure that we can be our own heroes, not sure that we're worth fighting for even. And it's easy to get lost in that fog and accept the feelings and ideas of others as the truth of who we are. But the Seven of Pentacles is inviting you to nurture yourself, to nurture the things in your life that you want to grow and to become fruitful. These could be projects that you're working on, but honestly, it could actually just be you. And so when you're returning to yourself and giving yourself the care and nurturing that you need and deserve, you're going to get to a really stable foundation. And the Ten of Pentacles represents, obviously it represents financial security, but it also represents being able to stand on solid ground and to be protected and to know that everything that you've built in your life came from your efforts and because you cared to build that foundation and to build it solid. And because it was built by you and by principles that you care about and about values that are in alignment with your heart and what you feel your purpose to be, it is an unbreakable, unshakable, and you cannot crumble this foundation because it is yours. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands, the Moon, and the Hanged Woman, Ace of Cups, and Ace of Swords. And it's saying that the only way you're going to see how to move forward is actually taking the steps to move forward before the path is completely clear to you. But when you do take those steps forward, you're going to gain new perspectives and new insights as you go. And if you allow your heart to guide the way and truth to guide the way, you will not be led in the wrong direction. And it's so beautiful to leave high demand religion and be able to build that foundation that you care about. And what you need to know, dear heart, is that you are actually royalty on the way to your throne. You are a hope bringer, a light bringer, and a trailblazer. It's path of your own, and you're trying to figure out who you are and what your purpose is, because you're finally allowed to follow your own heart instead of just having other people tell you what to do. This is the foundation you're going to build. And when you are strong, when you know who you are, and when you tend to yourself and nurture your spirit in a way that feels in alignment with you, there's no limit to what you can do to change the world. And as we continue to gather other light bringers and connect with other people who are on the same path, together we will rise and we will make a huge difference in the world. And you are not alone. And I'm so grateful to be on this path with you, to be discovering who we are together, and to be able to reclaim our power and make the difference that our hearts want to make. And the song that my guides wanted me to include in this reading as a message for you is Wonderkind by Alanis Morissette. Please look up the lyrics, listen to the song, because that is what you are, royalty on the way to your throne.